Hello everyone, Rui Quinnet here. Our journey begins with an ambitious and dangerous goal, to reach the hottest location on Earth, the LUT Desert of Iran. This is not a place where people can live, nor a place that welcomes travelers. It is a hostile land where temperatures rise beyond what the human body can withstand, and where the absence of water or shelter makes survival nearly impossible. In 2005, satellite measurements recorded the highest land surface temperature ever observed on our planet right here, a scorching 70.7 C or 159.3 F. This record-breaking number belongs to the LUT Desert, a vast expanse stretching across southeastern Iran. From its northernmost edge to its southernmost tip, it covers a distance of about 480 kilometers. From west to east, the span is around 198 kilometers. This is not just any desert. It is a landscape filled with bizarre formations, ancient legends, and extreme natural phenomena. One of the most notorious spots here is Ganabarian, known as the hottest point on Earth. From space, satellites have repeatedly detected ground temperatures in excess of 70 C. It is a barren plateau coated in dark volcanic rock, so hostile that no life is believed to survive on its surface. NASA has tracked this location for years, and time after time, it has produced record-breaking heat readings. This is a place where the sun turns the ground into a giant stove, and even metal objects left outside could warp or melt. Our plan is to capture images of this extreme land, sights that few humans have ever seen firsthand. Our first stop is the small desert town of Shaddad, the final settlement before the vast emptiness ahead. Shaddad sits within a rare desert oasis, and here, life is surprisingly normal thanks to its slightly higher altitude. The thermometer shows about 37 C, already uncomfortably hot, yet much cooler than what lies ahead. Beyond Shaddad, the desert's interior awaits us, where the heat will multiply. Before entering the true desert, we come across the ruins of the Shafiabad caravanserai, built centuries ago to serve traders crossing these deadly lands. Its weathered walls now stand silent under the burning sun. From here on, survival demands preparation. One trick is to soak a scarf or shawl in water and wrap it around the head, creating a primitive but effective form of natural air conditioning. In a place where the air feels like fire, even small drops in temperature are precious. We are being tracked by a backup team following our GPS location. If disaster strikes, if our truck breaks down, or if we get lost, they can reach us quickly. The LUT Desert is also recognized as one of the driest places on Earth, receiving less than 30 millimeters of rainfall a year. When rare rain does fall, it rushes down from surrounding mountains, forming temporary streams that vanish almost instantly under the sun's glare. Salt lakes, once fed by these brief floods, have long since dried up into white, glittering plains. But the beauty hides cruelty. Migratory birds crossing this region sometimes make a fatal mistake. Lured by the glimmer of these lakes, they land to drink, only to find salt instead of fresh water. Dehydrated and poisoned, they die under the unrelenting sun. Nature here has no mercy. To travel deeper into the desert, we must prepare our vehicles. Lowering tire pressure helps them move more easily over loose sand and reduces the risk of bursting. At the very start of our journey, we check the soil temperature. It reads 63.7 C or 146.6 F. This is only the beginning. In the shade, the air is already 45 Celsius, 113.5 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's still morning. We keep our phones wrapped with ice packs to prevent them from shutting down. After the grueling hours of driving toward the desert center, we approach one of its lowest altitude areas, also the second hottest location here. The rules now change. If we are outside the vehicle for more than 2 minutes, no skin can be exposed. Even a hand uncovered for too long could result in burns. We immediately take ground temperature readings: 66.9 C, 66.3 C, and 68.2 C. After just a few minutes, the thermometer begins to fail, overwhelmed by the heat. Another device shows 69.6 C before we pull it away to prevent damage. Our guide becomes worried that the vehicle may get stuck in the sand, so we lighten its load by crossing the section on foot. The deeper we go, the harsher it becomes. Towering natural sculptures called LUTs rise in the distance, carved over thousands of years by wind erosion. Driving near sand dunes is dangerous, as a single mistake can trap us instantly. Breathing becomes harder, thirst grows faster, and the sunlight reflects from the sand with blinding intensity. Even our equipment struggles. Cameras are kept in coolers with water bottles to stop them from shutting down. Phones stop working entirely at times, despite drinking from a 2-liter water bladder constantly refilled. I cannot quench my thirst. By early afternoon, we are walking across an endless landscape, each step sinking into heat-soaked sand that feels like walking on a metal plate. The thermometer's red line is stuck at the top, unable to measure any higher dot in some parts. Our shoes literally begin to melt. This is not an exaggeration. The outer layers soften and peel away from contact with the ground. Here, the surface temperature approaches 70 C158F. Every degree above 50 C adds a dramatic increase in the body's struggle to cope. At such levels, touching metal is dangerous and some materials deform instantly. The western region of the LUT Desert is a lowland battered by fierce winds, creating towering colutes up to 150 meters tall, stretching in parallel lines for tens of kilometers. Yardangs, elongated ridges carved by wind, also dominate the landscape. Yet even the wind offers no comfort. It is hot enough to burn lips and carries fine sand that dries the mouth. Without sunglasses, the glare is blinding dot by late afternoon. We begin to see signs of an approaching sandstorm. The sky darkens with red clouds, and the wind's roar grows louder. In such storms, the safest move is to lie flat on the ground, waiting motionless until it passes. As the sun dips lower, we take refuge in the shade of a kaloot and heat our food simply by placing it on the ground. The 70 Celsius heat cooks it in minutes. We eat a local Iranian dish called hurma sebzi while resting, though the air still feels as if it's draining our energy. The next day's goal is Gandambarian, the hottest of the hot, but even our experienced guide has never attempted to visit it in summer. According to legend, this area was named after a caravan carrying wheat, forced to abandon their cargo due to heat. They returned days later to find it roasted by the sun. The surrounding dark volcanic rock, the low altitude, and the air trapped between sand dunes combine to make this one of the most extreme microclimates on Earth. On our way, we spot two abandoned motorcycle wheels. The fate of their owners is unknown, but given the remoteness, the possibilities are grim. In the cooler months, tourists may visit, but in June, July, and August, Iranian authorities ban travel here. Even we cannot go to the exact hottest point. The stones ahead are blackened and radiating unbearable heat. Staying longer than a few minutes is dangerous. Our guide urges us to leave quickly. This is the LUT Desert, a place where life is rare, mistakes are costly, and the sun rules. Without mercy, for those who enter, the challenge is not just to explore, but to make it out alive.